really have to talk about, Errol recently,
Yeah,
went on went on Twitter, was kind of talking about you and Shakur. But
yeah,
he also said that he doesn't necessarily want you guys to fight right now. That's more so like a big money fight. Do you kind of
yeah,
look at
most definitely.
it? You look at it like that same way?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, ain't no sense in like if it's fights that need to be made, let's make the fights when it's like when we gonna get some money, belts on the line, and we gonna get paid. You know what I mean? Like, don't make sense. Like me, I fight though. I fight. That's one thing about me. But like as a business sense, it makes sense to take a fight. Why get take that fight and get fucking light, like low meal, like some low M's, and you can wait a little bit. We both got belts or whatever it may be, and then we fight and we get way more, So like on something like that, I feel like it do make sense, like on the business end for us to get it in when we got something, we both got something on the line and more
Makes
money.
Makes a lot of sense. I know I personally talked to Shakur, and he's always been extremely complimentary of your overall skills, man. Do you kind of look at Shakur at 135? Because it doesn't really matter the weight class, man. 147, you got Errol and you got Crawford. 75, you got Bivol, you got better BF. Like it's always two people that at the end, the dust settles. Those two guys are gonna fight for it all, man. Do you look at Shakur like, yeah, he's gonna be the guy that's gonna be my mega fight, or do you look at somebody else at 135 that's like, it might be this dude, man?
I don't know, cause 35 right now. We got me, we got Shakur, we got Tank, we got Dev if he don't move up, so we got like, so all us right now, like we all working to get, well, Tank them, they where they need to be, but like me, Shakur, you know what I mean? Like we working to get that, that pay-per-view status, get them pay-per-view status type of fights. So like right now, I wouldn't be able to fully say, like who it'll be. It could be any of us, because we really all still gonna meet up. Even
Mhm.
the guys who go to 40, I'm gonna eventually go up to 42. So
Mhm.
everybody gonna end up, meeting up, however it go, So that's
Makes a
just,
lot of makes a lot of
yeah.
sense, man. What do you kind of think about Shakur? Do you think he'll? It's going to be his first fight at 35, come April 8th against the Japanese guy. What do you
Hmm.
think about Shakur? I'm pretty sure you've been like watching him. You're a guy that like
Yeah.
studies like a lot of guys. You're always in the gym anyway, so what do you kind of think
Hmm.
about Shakur?
Man, for real, Shakur, I feel like Shakur got the out of all the fighters, he the most balanced. You know what I
Mm,
mean? He got he the most balanced out of everybody. He can box, he got good defense. A lot of these guys ain't got no defense.
mhm.
They defense is they natural instincts, like, but it's a difference when you get in there with somebody that's just like you, who
Mhm.
got instincts, who got good IQ too. So I would say Shakur, he like the best, the most balanced out of all the fighters, I believe.
Gotcha. And I know you said that all of you guys are gonna eventually meet up, but Errol kind of already said it, man. Like Shakur is going to be that money fight. And I know you said that you do agree with that as well, but you
Yeah,
got Tank. He's at 35. And I know you guys had those crazy sparring sessions, man. We ain't going to talk
yeah.
about sparring, but we know them shit was crazy, man. But do you kind of look at a guy like Tank and you just say, yeah, I got no problem fighting Shakur. That's a big money fight. But if I get that Tank fight, man, that's going to take me to the next level.
I mean, I ain't really like, when it comes to that, I'll take either.
Mm,
I take, and like everybody know what the Tank fighter do. You gonna beat a guy like Tank. Of course that's gonna blow you all the way up, just like he did Isaac Cruz. He ain't even win. He just
yeah.
didn't Tank didn't knock him out. So he got all kind of praise for that right there, because he put up a good fight. But I feel like either one of those fights is, good fights. If I beat, Shakur, that's gonna blow me up. If I beat Tank, that's gonna blow me up. So either one.
Gonna put you on the spot a little bit. I know you got respect for both guys, think they're both great fighters, but who do you think is probably the more difficult fight to prepare for? A guy like Shakur, who's so friggin' balanced and it's hard to hit him, or a guy like Tank, where it's like, yo, if he hits a dude, it's a lights out sometimes, man.
I mean, They both, man. They both they different. They completely two different fighters. Tank can he can knock you out get you up out of there at any round. He don't get weak throughout the fight or none of that. And Shakur, we know Shakur, he's fundamentally sound. Like one thing about him, he know like that he gonna always be prepared to go the distance, whether he get a knockout or he don't. So man, both of them, they just different. They two different fighters. It's two different styles.
If you were to possibly fight Shakur, I mean, obviously, you're in the gym all the time anyway. That's probably why it took like 40 years to get this interview with you. No shade. but but you're always in the gym, man. But when it comes to a guy like fighting Shakur, is it more than just making sure you're super sharp, man? Do you kind of have to like play like the mental game? Because he's gonna always be consistent. So you can't really catch him lacking, man. Like you just have to be extremely disciplined. Like, is that kind of hard to just get that mental, like extremely sharp to be on par with him?
Man, you got to be mentally on point with anybody. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter who it is. You got to be mentally on your. You got to be just on point mentally. But like like you gotta be. I train for everybody like it's a championship fight. You know what I mean? From my pro debut, I always work super hard. I just feel like it's really just having a game plan. Me and my trainer being on the same page or whatever, and us having a game plan and working certain things, and working things. If something ain't working for me, what I need to do. If something working for me, what I need to do, and just kind of going off of the game plan that me and my coach got.
Okay, so I know that you've been on record saying that Tank, he's gonna be too much for Ryan, man. You don't put no stock into like Ryan being a little bit bigger, Ryan being fast. Ryan could hit hard as hell.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, for sure, for sure.
mhm.
So the thing with Ryan is, like I said in one interview, man, Ryan got that hook, and that's just something that, like, Tank start off slow. I feel like Tank start off a little slow, but why he starting off slow, he collecting, like he in there, like he knowing what he doing, he seeing what he getting hit with, and all of that, and he just like collecting everything while the fighters that he fighting get comfortable and they feel like they doing their thing, and then boom, Tank knock them out. But I feel like Ryan do got a puncher's chance for sure, like with that hook and that right hand. But the only thing about Ryan, he die down. That speed get regular, and the speed and the power kind of he get a little sloppy after like the sixth round. He start to like die down a little bit.
But isn't that like kind of normal with fighters though, man? They just die down as the fight goes on. Well, for the most part, anyways. Not really, no.
I guess for some fighters. Some fighters, but it's still like he don't be as sharp. Like when he first start, he don't be as sharp. He don't be like he even the power, the speed die down, and the power. It kind of like I feel like it goes down a little bit.
Let me ask you this, man. Do you think Ryan has a good chin?
I don't know. We seen him get dropped by Luke. He got up. He got up. He wasn't like wobbled or nothing like that, but everybody say he got hit by Luke, who ain't got no power, but you ain't gotta have power to knock you. Like it's just where you hit him at. You gotta have power, but it's just like where you hit a person. That dude hit him like pulling out. He hit him at the right time.
Yeah.
So I feel like he just caught him at the right time.
Do you kind of look, because a lot of people are saying that, Ryan, quote unquote, don't really have like a lot of dog in him. Me personally, I don't really agree with that because, he got dropped, he got back up, and he stopped the guy. So I kind of look at that like, okay, he got some dog in him. Like, do you view that the same way, or do you kind of view him like, nah, he's a pretty.
Nah, yeah, nah, I wouldn't say that because like it's people see who you. I feel like that fight didn't show the dog in Ryan.
Mm,
It showed that okay, he got heart to get back up and still fight. But like after he got dropped, he wasn't like the fight wasn't like, oh, I'm down, I'm getting beat, I gotta bite down, and then I gotta change the magnitude of the fight. Perfect example. Benavidez and Caleb Plant, right?
mm,
Caleb Plant was winning. Caleb Plant was up in the
yeah.
beginning rounds. and then Benavidez had to figure it out, and Benavidez started walking him down, and he took the fight. Once he started walking him down, and he had to bring out the dog. He had to bring out the dog, and even Caleb showed a lot of heart in that he got dog too. Even when he was getting hit with them body shots, getting hurt, he ain't quit.
Yeah.
That wasn't that type of fight with Ryan. He wasn't in like no deep waters, and he had to like pull out. He just had got dropped.
Just a few last ones for you, man. Speaking of that Caleb Plant versus Benavidez fight, did you have Benavidez winning? Like prior to the fight, did you think he was gonna win?
Man, I knew it was a good fight. I was going for Caleb.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
So
going for Caleb.
do you kind of think that it was just a case of because I mean, yeah, I watched the fight as well, and he boxed beautifully them first 6 rounds, man. Do you think it was just a case of his gas tank just kind of emptied out, or do you think it was just Benavidez that just made like an adjustment, man?
It was Benavidez making an adjustment, and then that just throughout the whole fight, Benavidez had that pressure on him. So it was a lot of mental pressure, mental pressure. Even though he had to move, he knew he couldn't sit there or do none of that. So he had to move like the whole fight. So he had that mental pressure on him, just knowing he got to move. Plus Benavidez keep coming. He keep coming. I'm hitting him with everything. He keep coming. So it was just like it was a little bit of both. I feel like it was him having to move and try to outpoint Benavidez, and it was just the pressure, and Benavidez just kept coming, and then the clinching and all of that, it just tired him out. I feel like.
Gotcha. Who do you think would win, man? Benavidez, Canelo. That's the fight everybody calling for, man. Who would you give the edge to in that one, man?
Man, I don't know. I don't know.
It's a 50-50 fight. Give somebody 51, other guy 49, man. The smallest edge. Like, who do you think it'll be? Or it's just too close to call for you.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, the difference is though, the difference is Benavidez, he got dog in him and he gonna come and he gonna fight. But Canelo got dog in him, he gonna come and he gonna fight too, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Benavidez is a pressure stalking fighter, got power. Canelo got power too, and he a good counter puncher.
Yeah.
So I feel like that fight would just be a good fight. It could be a draw. So I ain't gonna say who I got on that fight. I feel like that's just a good ass fight.
All right. When that fight gets made official, I'm gonna come back to you for that one, though,
Who
man.
you got?
Me personally, I'm gonna take Canelo, man. Something about that,
Canelo?
yeah, that experience, man. And Canelo, to me, he's still like top 3 pound for pound for me, man. Like Canelo,
Right on.
he's still tough, man. Wanted to know, AJ was down there in Dallas with you. How did he look in training? How you expect things to play out for him this weekend against Jermaine Franklin, man?
Oh, he looking good. He looking good. He's working. Derek's style of training is a little different.
Yeah.
It's like the understanding of it and stuff. But he was looking good. He was catching on to it quick. Uh, Looking good in sparring and stuff. So I feel like Jermaine Franklin from where I'm from. He's from
Mm.
Michigan. So I feel like AJ, I feel like he gonna pull it out. If he could stick to the game plan and do work everything he's been working in the gym and what he was working in sparring, I feel like he gonna pull it out.
Is it true? I mean, I'm not even gonna ask if it was true because Eddie Hearn said that he saw it. But were you there when Anthony Joshua was sparring with Spence, man?
Huh? No, I wasn't there.
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't there.
Okay. All right. I don't know if you're being serious
Yeah.
or not, but
No, I wasn't there. I'm being serious. I wasn't there. If they sparred, I wasn't there.
oh, okay, okay. All right, just making sure, man. I wasn't gonna ask how it went anyways, but just was curious about it anyways. But yeah, no, final question for you, man. When do you kind of expect to see yourself back in the ring, man? I know that's kind of a tough question for like fighters to answer. You gotta like things gotta line up the right way, but like perfect world for you, because you fought 3 times last year. When do you kind of expect to fight this year?
Probably, I'm gonna fight like we was looking at the end of April, or like beginning of May, and then like probably something like August, and then like December.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense. I also kind of wanted to know, I know that you said that, you hope Devin wins because of, reasons. We don't gotta touch on those and whatever, but is a part of you kind of also maybe hoping Devin wins only because, he's a
I
pretty
need them straps.
well, I was actually gonna say because it's kind of tough because he's on Top Rank. If he wins this fight, he might move up to 140, and then all the belts get vacated. So do you kind of look at it and say, yeah, I could go ahead and grab a belt. And it's gonna be kind of hard to fight Devin just because of like the politics, man.
Yeah. I do believe that he probably gonna move up. And then if he end up fighting, he gonna be this is his last fight with Top Rank. So we don't know where he gonna go. But it seems like Devin wanna fight the best fighter. So I know now he said something about when I called him, I was out in the top 10 or something like that. So now I'm in the top 10. So he go get that dub and I call on his name again, hopefully he's like, yeah, we could dance, and shit. We give me that opportunity to get some belts.
That's what I like to hear, man. Yo, look, really appreciate you giving me the time, man. Fans don't hear from you enough, man. I know you don't really like to talk a lot. You don't like to talk a lot of shit. You be chilling, but you got a pretty big fan base, probably bigger than what you think. And like fans love to hear
Yeah.
from you. So hopefully we could keep on doing this, man.
Right on, man. I'm gonna tap in more, man. I know I gotta be tuned in a little more. People love to hear people love a little mess, you know what I mean? So I gotta pop some shit a little bit,
It don't even
Keep
really
keep
gotta be
keep
mess.
y'all on y'all toes, man. Keep y'all on y'all toes.
Sometimes it's not even about you talking shit. Fans just want to sometimes hear you just talk about other fighters, just,
Yeah, yeah,
people really like you a lot, man. So hopefully we could do it again, man. I'm already gonna hit you up. You already know that, man.
for sure.
Appreciate you, man.
All right now.